I am an ex-convict, recently released from 7 years in prison. Hello, my name is Joe Guerrero. Like I said, I was recently released after a 7-year bid. I am also an artist, entrepreneur, blogger, YouTuber. I have seen and experienced a lot in the pen. Feel free to ask me anything. We will begin answering at about 5 o'clock. Here are some proofs. What was going through your mind on your first day in prison, knowing that that was where you were going to spend the next 7 years of your life? Suicide, to be honest. I mean, it wasn't even 7 years. I was probably looking at a lot more time. So, for the first day, and also the first year, I heavily contemplated killing myself. But I found something to pull me through the toughest of times, and something that provided me hope. And with that, I vowed that if I did get another chance to live my life, that I would make the absolute most of it.
So what was that?
Drawing and painting in my website, and believing that one day I would be sitting where I now am, corresponding with all of you, and working towards so much more, hope. That is what pulled me through. Do you think most convicts come out as better people or better criminals? You know, that is a great question, and it also something I'm trying to figure out myself. I mean, I'm certainly trying to be a better person, but I know countless others who come out worse than when they went in. Prison will really fuck your head up. And I think it's all about how you handle the circumstances you're given. I'm actually filming something along those lines right now, in a new web series being produced as we speak. If you want to check it out, check out the link here.
I understand it's difficult for you to go out and get a job, at least if you need to list a felony. What has the prison system done to help you out with getting a job? Do they have a placement system? Are there common employers out there, maybe owned by former inmates that consistently work with recently released inmates to try to help them get back on their feet?
Great question. And finding employment is the absolute hardest thing for individuals coming home after prison to do. Employers really hate criminal records. Even worse, they hate criminal records and no previous employment. I was gone for 7 years, almost a decade. What the hell was I going to list for previous employment? Also, prisons are very limited in the programs and classes they offer as far as trade classes or job training programs. To be honest with you, employment, or better yet, the lack of finding employment, to me, is the #1 reason why individuals return to drug abuse and crime. The prison system is not doing hardly enough to help guys and gals returning to society. But then again, it's all about how hard an individual is willing to work towards making it out here for themselves. Me personally, I refuse to quit or give up.
Have you ever considered tree work or climbing trees? A friend of mine got out started climbing 4 years ago, and he is now making $350 a day. Can't be scared of heights, though.
Dude, if you offered me $350 a day, I don't think I'd be scared of anything. Where are these jobs at? Congrats to your friend. Unfortunately, those kinds of jobs are rare for not just ex-prisoners, but for anyone, I think.
They are not too rare on the East Coast. Anywhere from New York down to North Florida in any large city. If you are clean, have a valid DL, not scared of heights, and can work hard, you will start at $175 a day. And if you are smart and study, you'll be at $300 within 18 to 24 months. But you gotta be smart, or you'll be dead. It's a dangerous job. There is no room for mistakes.
Well, the driver's license kills me dead already. Don't have one of those. And it will take $13,500 for me to ever even had the driver's license conversation. But I really do appreciate the information. I will certainly keep it in mind for other individuals it could benefit.
Thank you for sharing your story with us. The holiday season is upon us, and I have always wondered what it's like to be in prison during Christmas. Do prison staff decorate the facility? Do inmates trade gifts or anything like that?
Holidays are the worst while in prison. Tensions run the highest and fights are a given. Prisoners are in the worst state of mind during the holidays, especially Christmas. It's hard to be in prison cut off from the world, only connected through what you're seeing on TV. I watched 7 years' worth of fireworks, Thanksgiving parades, and Christmas specials pass on me by on the TV. The facility tries not to do much, and I guess that's a good thing. I mean, the less you have to think about or see the holidays, the better it is. Prisoners might prepare for their crew a special meal from items purchased from the canteen. But outside of that, the holidays, while in prison, have to looked at as just another day. Otherwise, you will go crazy thinking about just what you are missing out there in the world.
Do they serve better food on the holidays, like turkey and dressing, etc.? Did you ever get pizza in prison? How about coffee, and how much coffee can you drink throughout the day?
Good question. Better food on holidays, yes, but not by much. Sometimes it was just enough to make you even more mad. Like, look at this shit. It's Christmas, for God's sake. Coffee is available in most prisons, and it's available to purchase through the canteen as far as how much coffee can be consumed. Wow, that reminds me of a funny story.
Well, let's hear the story. Also, can you just buy coffee from the canteen anytime you want a cup of joe?
Okay. So this story is about a guy we called Coffeeman on the inside. So this guy would do anything for some coffee. So one day I made a deal with him. I said, "Hey, Coffeeman, if you drink this entire bag of instant coffee in 1 hour right now, I'll give you 2 additional bags for free." 1 bag of coffee is like 24 cups of coffee too, by the way. Well, Coffeeman accepted the challenge. And man, do you think a person can drink that much coffee in 1 hour?
Holy shit! That would jack me up.
What's the first thing you thought you'd be doing once released? What do you actually did?
The first thing I thought I'd be doing once released was meeting up with my girlfriend and having some pretty great sex. Imagine no sex for 7 years. That was pretty torturous. What I actually did, though, not the same. Had to go meet with my probation officer. Piss in a cup instantly. I mean, come on, man. I just had walked out the gate. What did they think I was going to do? Get high instantly.
Amateur.
What did you do to pass the time while serving your time in prison?
I wish my answer to this question wasn't as general as this, but I created a lot of art, and I focused on my plan to better myself through the positive things I created. A website that I created and ran through a girlfriend that chronicled tales of my incarceration. Cartoons that I created and submitted to tons of magazines trying to get my work published in them. I also painted the walls in the prison as a mural painter. And of course, the general basics. Worked out as much as I could. Tried to avoid conflict as much as I could.
Do you think murals help the overall level of the mood? I think things like that would really help people not to be pissed off all the time. Those white brick walls are so depressing.
That's the general idea. I'm sure. You know, in local jail, they painted the walls pink because they believe pink did something to stimulate a non-aggressive state of mind. Yes, prisoners would for the most part appreciate the fact that we were trying to create something worth looking at other than just block walls.
Thank you so much for watching until the end. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next videos. In the meantime, check out the other ones. They're already waiting for you. Share your thoughts on this topic in the comments and tell your own stories. Wishing you a great day, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.